interesting couple of conversations around Cooper Flagg. A lot of people say he is a shoo-in, number one pick, can't miss. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's that type of guy. Others say, man, I don't know, few All-Star games. What is he going to be? Carmelo Anthony on his podcast, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, had something to say a few weeks back about Cooper Flagg. I thought it was interesting. I want you to hear this.
To me, he doesn't do anything great. He just do a lot of very good. You know what I'm saying? He offensive rebound, very good. He in the passing lanes, very good. He's a weak side defender, very good. On-ball defender, he got a lot better. I want to see him against you. I want to see him against KD. I want to see him against Luka. I want to see him against Ant Edwards, because you coming in as that guy. He got to develop the right way. He got to get a skill set. You can't be in the pros and don't have a skill set. So you have to have a skill set. Like, your skill set have to be something. A one dribble pull up, like something. Floater, like, you have to have something that's your go-to. Right now, he don't have a go-to, which is why when they put all of those games at the end of the game in 5 seconds or less and the ball is in your hands, you offer in those situations because you don't have a go-to. You thinking about a million things to do instead of just, I know I'm getting to this spot. And if you defend it, more power with you.
A lot to unpack there, Olden. I want to start with this. One, if you tell me the guy, you named about 5 things in a row and said he's very good, I'm okay with that. Considering he's 18 years old. He's not 25, then I will have concerns. By now, you don't have something that you're really okay, I'm concerned. By you're 24, you're 26, okay, that will be concerning. A kid who turned 18 during the season, who is hungry, who has elite athleticism, who I said this yesterday, his best skill set, in my opinion, Olden, is the fact that he is going to work incredibly hard and play incredibly hard, which sounds, well, duh, everybody does. It's not the case. And a guy who constantly wants to get better. And anytime he was supposed to show up, well, you're only playing in Maine. You ain't playing nobody in Maine. Okay, well, show me where the other tournament is with the other players. He goes and he dominates. All right, well, you're only doing that because of this. All right, have me play with the pros in the USC team. Watch me play very well against them. All right, well, wait till you get to college. Got to the college and played well. Was probably the best player on Duke in most games. So to me, each way along the way, each time, he proved where he was and why he was that guy. So I look at him as, to me, I'm ecstatic if you're telling me he's very good at all of these. Because if you go to a team, and you know this, sometimes I might just need you to be the best rebounder for some time, because we got a couple scores. We don't need you to necessarily get a bucket like that. And I look at a guy like a Pascal Siakam, always dominating in a multitude of ways. Tonight, it's fast break points. Tonight, just give the ball to me 5 seconds on the shot clock, I'll get a bucket. You don't have to run plays through me. And to me, Cooper Flagg has that ability where night in, night out, he's going to outwork, he's going to outplay, elite athleticism, nice mid-range, and it's only going to get better. I like that for the first few years because I can plug and play. And I can place you here. Tonight you can do this. Tonight you can do that. While you're still growing into your body and still growing into who you're going to be and your capabilities. So for me, an 18-year-old, and you're telling me very good, very good, very, very good, very good, I'll take those things while we continue to get him better and find out what he is amazing at.
Yeah, I guess. With me, with the draft, it's always this. You know, there's so much potential. That's the key word that they use, and hopes and dreams. We don't know what's going to happen. You know, he has a skill set. Yes, I get it. But we've seen, and I said this last year about Wembanyama, we've seen this movie before. I've seen players like him before, so it's nothing to me. He's 18, so yes, there's room to grow. But at the same time, one key play stood out for me more than anything that told me a lot about Cooper Flagg. And it was the shot he missed in the tournament, that turnaround. And that said a lot to me because he basically kind of like, you know, it's like if you're the man, you're the number 1 draft pick, you have to make that shot. In my personal opinion, you have to make that shot and carry your team. And again, throughout college, we've seen Shaquille O'Neal didn't win a title. He had Stanley Roberts with him. And so, and Mahmoud.
I was about to say
Chris Jackson
at the time.
And so, you can put up numbers in college and everything else, but how is your game going to be defined once you get to the NBA? Another perfect example was Grady Dick. You know, in college, he's killing in college. Everybody's like, oh, he's the next this, he's the next that. I think we heard about Grady Dick once or twice, and part of it had to do with his name. And so to me, it's like, dude, stop. The NBA is a totally different animal than when you are in high school and in college, because the same people Cooper Flagg, we're watching the highlights that he's dunking on at 6'3", now they're 7 feet. They're Rudy Gobert, you know. They Karl Anthony Towns. They Giannis. They're those guys. So it's a way different thing.
But somebody got to be good, Olden. Somebody coming out of college.
It's always gonna. It's
Magic
always the
Johnson
guy.
Came out. He was good. Larry Bird, Michael Jordan.
Don't
And
disrespect these men.
Also,
Don't disrespect.
I like that he took the shot. You know what I mean? Some guys, I don't want to get nervous. I like that he took the shot and say, hey, it's on me. I'm the best player on the team. Everybody in the building knows it's going to go to me. I missed the shot. It's okay. I can live from that. I can grow from that. Kobe Bryant shooting air balls in the NBA in the playoffs with the Utah Jazz. Air ball, and kept going and became now, when people think of clutch, LeBron ain't clutch, Kobe's clutch. Now he became the embodiment of clutch. So to me, I don't mind that the young man took that, missed it. I'll take it on the chin, and let's keep moving. And I just think, to me, I see a lot of people come in with hype, especially nowadays, because they come in with but mixtapes at 13. Like, look at this kid. And I like that he came in and he kept working. He came in and he kept going. We don't hear any issues. We don't hear any drama. He's not trying to worry about this, not worried about that. All he cares about is hoop and getting better in his team. And to me, I like that. And you mentioned it. It's a crapshoot in any sport, right? Everybody tells us this number one quarterback will be the next Dan Marino, and then we don't ever hear from him again. So it is a crapshoot. Ryan Leaf. You ain't lying about that. So to me, but at least I look at him as, unlike Carmelo Anthony, who said he has to have a thing, I like the very good at multiple things, because if you have a thing and the thing ain't working no more, then now, to me, you're not doing anything. If Ben Simmons came in, he's a great point guard, he's a good passer. Well, he ain't really doing that no more, and you forgot Ben Simmons within the NBA. Markelle Fultz, he forgot how to shoot a shot. We ain't heard from him since.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So it is a crapshoot. This whole thing, and one of the things I was talking about yesterday with my son was this. Can you imagine if Adam Silver gets up there and he said, with the number one pick, the Dallas Mavericks select, and they name somebody else, like the movie Draft Day?
Oh, man, everybody, I don't know if Vegas would be happy or sad.
So, and I say that to say this. We know he's consensus number one, and I get it. But there's a lot of pressure that comes with that. Fine, you mentioned Markelle Fultz and Ben Simmons. These guys don't work hard. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. I'm not knocking Cooper Flagg. I'm just saying I have to wait and see. I can't.
Is that for everybody? Meaning,
it's for everybody. It's for everybody.
Paolo Banchero.
I've said it for Paolo. I've said it for Anthony Edwards. I've said it for Wembanyama. Because I try to be as objective as possible. I'm not looking for clickbait. I'm giving you the real deal. I can't do the coronation on someone that hasn't even touched the basketball in the NBA. I just can't do it. I'm not willing to do it.
But if you're general manager Polynice and we need you, obviously that's part of the job. I got to grab somebody. Like, how are you then viewing? Because if I have to pick somebody.
Based on my team needs.
And that's, to me, why we talked about this a little bit yesterday, why I like Cooper Flagg, because he can fill some other holes.
If I need somebody, like right now, to me, VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, he's nice.
To me, I think that's a better player. I think he has a longer shelf life. Also, the kid.
Bailey?
No, not Bailey. Fears.
Fears, yeah.
I like him.
That's what I was just telling Rob G about. I was like,
I like
young
Fears.
Dude.
Jeremiah, I'm telling you, there's guys, and then there's always going to be that diamond in the rough guy that's hidden somewhere, because we've had a ton of those over the years. So those are the guys I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm going to do my due diligence, and I'm not saying that I wouldn't take Cooper Flagg, but based on the question, it's like, hey, I have to wait and see. But he's going to be good. Based on his work ethic. But again, I always ask this question, like you mentioned Markelle Fultz and Ben Simmons. Is he going to be a Ben Simmons that gets paid and all of a sudden, I don't need to work no more?
No.
Is he going to be that guy? Okay. Then,
I don't think some
then
of these
he's got
guys,
an upside.
I think some of these guys, and I've been saying this for years, I haven't quite said as much since I've been on this show. I think a lot of these guys looked up, Pops played, right?
Yeah.
I got to play. Pops played overseas and Ben Simmons played. Yeah. You're just like, all right, I'm playing. And then, boom, you're 6'2" in sixth grade. And everybody's like, oh, we see it now. We see it. And I think they do love the game, but I think at a certain point they don't love the game enough to your point, what it takes to be a pro.
Yeah.
And that's when I'm hurting, when I'm not. Little Kim has a recital, I can't go. Things, those decisions you have to make. Come on, babe, I thought we were going to Turks and Caicos. Turks and no. I can't. I got to go to the gym. The things that it takes, Monty, hush. The things that it takes to be a pro, as you know, is on another level. And I don't know if a lot of guys are really committed to that as much. I got looking at Andrew Bynum. I think he was walking around 7 foot, and everybody's like, you got to hoop. He's like, I guess I got to hoop. And I do think there's a contingency of kids who, and they talk about this all the time, American kids burn out in sports more than anybody else because we're making them specialize at 3, not as if other countries don't, but we're like, all right, 5 years old, you can only play tennis. You're going to be a tennis player. And they get 16, they're burnt out. I want to play a little soccer with my friends. My friends are hooping. I want to play football. And they've done a study on this. This will be my last point quickly. HBO Real Sports did a thing some years ago, and I want to say it was Sweden, but it was a small European country that's not supposed to be winning all these medals during the Olympics. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, they just each year, every 4 years, every Olympic, they keep medaling them more. Why is this country? And a lot of folks sent people to go study them. What they found was they said, oh, y'all, specifically talking about us Americans, oh, y'all got kids who specializing at 5. We don't even let our kids specialize till 8th, 9th grade. They have to play everything. They said we let them play everything. You can't play if practice is an hour, that's it. We don't make them then have to do 4 hours. And they said what we found is they're healthier, they last longer, they're not burned out because they come to you at 14 and say, all right, this is what I want to do. And they lock in and they love it. They love the joy of it. The work ethic is there. And they said we found so many y'alls. And I started thinking about this. I'd say this all the time on this show. Look at how many number 1 picks, 2 top 5 picks in the NBA end up being hurt. Lonzo Ball, LaMelo Ball, Zion, Joel Embiid, all these guys.
That was my point.
They get banged because they've been playing nothing but basketball since they were 3. That's it. No other sport.
They played 2,000 AAU games.
It's ridiculous.
I remember playing AAU for Riverside Church. We travel, pick Phoenix. We go to Phoenix for a tournament. We get there Thursday. We play Friday. We win. We play Saturday. We win. We play Sunday semifinals, and we play the finals. That's it. Go home.
That's one day.
That's it. Now they're doing 4 games a day.
It's too much.
They get in on Thursday. They play Thursday night.
Yep.
Our team, Dreamfish, they play Thursday night. We would land, and we would have a game at 8:30.
They're doing way too much.
So it's crazy. It's crazy to me. Whose phone is that? So there's just too many games. And now they're trying to say, oh, it's because the NBA season that these guys are having Achilles tears. No, it's to your point. Specialized training. They're all using the same trainers, same crappy dudes that work for these agents. Okay, they do the same exact stuff. And they wonder, like I'm looking right now with Lillard on the ground. See, they're talking about, everybody's talking about the Achilles. I remember playing Converse. The old dudes wore canvas Converse.
Right, they did.
82 games. Flying commercial, middle seat. 5 a.m. flights, 6 a.m. flights. Nobody tore their Achilles. We went 50 years with maybe 5 Achilles tears. Like when Dominique got it, I think he was like the first one. And then all of a sudden now Achilles is happening 5 a year.
I tell people, your body ain't got but that many jumps in it. And you're using them up playing through your high school team, AAU team, this team, my travel team, my other team, my training team. And it's like, dude, you're wasting some of your latter years right now.